Click community, it's Kelly Beezer of Shutter and Glass Photography, and today we are talking about removing redness from skin. This is a high school senior. I've already done all of the major blemish removal on him, but as you can see, like every other teenager in the universe, he's just got a little bit of redness here on his cheeks and on his nose, and I don't want to totally get rid of it and remove like all texture and color variation from his skin, but I do want to soften it just a bit. So typically when I do color corrections, and if you've watched any of my other video tutorials before, you'll see that I like doing a duplicate background layer, which is just, Command J. And then I come in here and I'll come down to color and I select a color I like this, and I'll just paint it over there. But when I do that on him, you can see it kind of turns his skin gray, and that's gross. I don't want that. And even if I take it down to a lower opacity, then we're just bringing back the red, and it's not what I want. So we are gonna do something different. And I find that more with reds than any other color. So for redness in skin, what I do is I create a new empty layer, which is just this little icon right here, create a new layer, and I fill it. So I come up here to edit and fill, and I choose a color. So the color for this, and I actually have like a formula. The hex number for this is BADFC4. And it's this kind of minty green color. And I actually pulled this from a concealer palette, like makeup, that you use for redness. And the concept here is that this is a complementary color to red, and therefore it will neutralize the red. So instead of painting green on him, it's gonna look like I'm just getting rid of red and hopefully getting closer to his natural skin tone. So we press OK, there, and then I'm gonna go ahead and put a layer mask on this, and I'm gonna press Command I, which just inverts that layer mask and it makes it black. So you can't see any of that green from that layer. And now I'm gonna change it to soft light layer mode, because if we left it in normal mode, watch what happens when I paint. So I'm on the brush here and I'm on white, which will let me reveal what's in this layer. And it's like, that's green. I don't want to turn him green, so we'll get rid of that. But if I come down to soft light mode, and I come here with my super soft, it's 0% hardness brush, I can change the size as needed, and I can zoom in here on him. Now I'm in soft light mode. We're at 38% opacity. And I can paint that on. And that might even be a little bit too much opacity, especially right here. Let's fix that. But you can see it's not green now. It's just not red. It almost looks like it's brightening his skin rather than painting it green. So before and after. And I can see a little bit of green right here, so I might just remove that with that brush, paint black on it to hide the layer mask. But even coming in here, we're like, there's like maybe a little teensy bit of scarring. Ta-da! It's just like using that concealer palette, from Sephora. And having in that soft light layer mode keeps it from looking green, but again, it helps it look, like his natural skin tone. So, you can see before and after. And, if that's too much, I can always just turn down the opacity here. Like, let's say like 70%. So we can keep a little bit of that pinkness, that like youthful pink, but it won't look like ruddy skin tones. So that's it. As easy as that. Again, the hex number for that green that I like to use on, a more fair skin tone is BADFC4. And you just put that in a layer on soft light mode and then brush that layer mask back on right where you want it. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. I'm always here and happy to help. Thanks for tuning in, guys.